Hello and welcome to this new initiative that we've got. We're creating podcasts around mentoring to explain how it is, how it works and how it could benefit you. The first young person I've got with me today is Jack, and Jack is the VIP on these because he was the first young person that came through for mentoring, and he has got a fantastic story to tell because it really worked for him. Do you want to explain where it started, Jack?
Yeah, so I can't remember specifically what year it was. I think it was around 2020. I was introduced to yourself by a doorway, Emma.
Lovely Emma.
Yeah, little Emma, bless her. I was going through a bad stage in my life where I felt trapped, didn't really know where to turn, who to turn to. Didn't see any potential in myself for the future. Luckily, when I met Amy, you helped me see that potential in myself. And yeah, help me move forward mentally before doing anything physically, basically. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
As we said earlier, I think mentoring, being a mentor for someone or a young person, the young person has this vision of, oh God, I'm gonna have to sit in a meeting every other day and do this and fill loads of paperwork in, and it's not about that. It's actually building almost a friendship with someone, which is what I felt, so that I could be pushed in the best direction. It was just sort of fighting through that nervousness of being able to let you help me without feeling like I'm being constantly judged, which is a problem for a lot of young people.
I remember meeting you for the first time. You came with Emma. We met in Costa.
Yeah.
And I'd got a few questions as a follow-up afterwards and just wanted to ask you questions, and you didn't trust. You didn't trust anybody.
No.
So you wanted to meet with Emma again to be able to meet with me, for me to ask you really just two questions.
Yeah.
And then it slowly built up that
we
could speak to each other and we could reply to text messages.
Yeah, 100%. And I think I went through the stage of total avoidance as well, where you were trying to contact me and I was just avoiding you because I was fearful of the judgment, I suppose. But to anyone listening, don't be fearful to the judgment, because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get judged.
I really hope not.
There is a level of judgment I think that everyone has, but it's about what you do with your judgment and how you push it and how you can help someone push themselves. You know what I mean?
And I only really wanted the best for you.
You did.
I could
100%.
see exactly where
you used your own life experience to help me pave my own. So you planted ideas in my head of jobs that you'd already done that I think you knew I'd be very interested in from talking to me. Things like working in prisons and young offenders all over the world, which inspired me massively. And then you were telling me about how you were a lifeguard, and that triggered my brain into, I have saved life in water before, and I thought, actually, I'm a really good swimmer. And I think you took that narrative of just get him into becoming a lifeguard.
I'm trying to match who you are, what you're looking for with what you could do.
Yeah, and not just that, but also people that have any type of mental health disorder or neurodiversity. A lot of people believe that there's just nothing out there for them at all. If you sit down with Amy or someone like Amy and allow them to delve into your personality, what things you enjoy, your hobbies, your interests, how, for me personally, my ADHD impacts my working day life. The fact that there is no chance I'd be able to permanently sit in an office, I'd need to be getting up and doing things, and those sort of things were recognised. I wouldn't personally be able to recognise that in a job interview or when applying for a job. So I think, yeah.
You've always called your ADHD your superpower, though.
It is.
So I was looking to match your superpower to a super job.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that's where lifeguarding
100%,
matched, because you're rotating every 20 minutes.
Yes.
You've got to live for 20 minutes and then move on, 20 minutes and move on.
I was constantly active. I felt important and responsible. Although in most companies you don't get appreciated by managers, and I felt that there. The public definitely appreciated me, and that's, as long as you're getting some appreciation out of your job, I think that's paramount, really.
And you did so well. Did you stay there 18 months?
Yeah, I was there 2.5 years.
Oh, there you go. I've missed a
Yeah.
whole year out.
Yeah, I was there 2.5 years.
But that stepping stone changed your life.
It did. It did. It changed my life. And becoming a lifeguard, I got to do other roles that I never thought would ever be possible. Becoming a duty manager, a swim teacher, working with children with autism, and I never thought I'd be in a position to do something like that. So, yeah, it was a big step. But then having ADHD, I can't stay in one place for too long.
Fair enough.
And that, I think, is what started to happen with the lifeguard. And it wasn't that I was bored of the job. I loved the job. I loved the public. I think I was bored of the setting, the atmosphere of the building.
Yeah.
And that's what happens, unfortunately, with ADHD.
Also, though, it's time to move on.
Yes.
You're still young enough to be able to do something else.
I also knew as well that lifeguarding wasn't a permanent thing. It was a way for me to find myself, is what it was, I think. And it massively helped me do that. But because of my background, what I've come from, I've always wanted to work with people that have come from a similar background to myself. So I started looking into that. It took a long time, but I managed to get myself a job interview.
You didn't need me. Absolutely
Yeah,
learnt
no,
everything.
The thing is, I learned everything through you, and if I didn't have you, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So the reality is, mentoring is extremely important, and you do need it. Whether you see at that point in your life, whether you at that time that you need it or not, the likelihood is you need it, and just accept it, because someone's going to push you in the best direction that they can.
And Emma identified that in you.
And Emma, in my opinion, is, I don't know what, she's underappreciated.
Oh, Emma, we love you.
She's underappreciated. She's extremely underappreciated. That no one cares and thinks about people the way that she does. It's different. Do you know what I mean? It's very different. She makes effort for people. She does. She's a very, very, very caring person. I've got so much time and love for her, to be honest. It's amazing. So,
oh, that's lovely.
I took her and Carol out for dinner a couple of weeks ago, because that's the sort of thing you're able to do when you accept mentoring and you push yourself into the best possible version of yourself.
And that's one of the parts that is absolutely phenomenal about you. You're giving back. You have this ability to find people who need that help, and you offer that help.
Yeah, and I'm also now in my new job in a position where I'm able to send certain people to you that could do with mentoring.
Okay, let's do that.
Refer people to you, I suppose. And that's a nice feeling bit to do that.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jack. Thank you for your time today.